What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Politics and Wellness. I'm your host, Captivating Christian. And of course, you guys are my co hosts for this evening. And thank you for joining. Hey, Petty Duke, what's going on? Nice to see you as always. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. I'll just put a thumbs up or one in the chat if you can hear me. Everything is good. Um, Before I continue and be rambling on, as I usually do. But anyway, again, it's Tuesday. It's a lovely day in the neighborhood where we can hang out and really talk about some things and issues and kind of let our hair down, no pun intended. All right, thank you so much. Thank you, Patty Duke. Hey, Lynn T, what's going on? Hey, Melissa Scott, how are you? Nice to see you. You up late because I know you get up early in the morning, but thank you for popping in and joining in. I appreciate it. Um, well, it is so much to get into, and I want to pick your brain a little bit, Brother Nate. So I'm glad you are here, and let me know if you're ready to go, because yeah, there's a lot going on in these streets. But first and foremost, let me again say thank you and welcome to everybody, and welcome to everybody in the bushes and what we call the balcony here at Cap Hill. Welcome. Enjoy, sit back, relax. And if you feel the need to drop down and put in your 2 cents, you're more than welcome. We don't always have to agree, but what we will do is respect each other's views and move on forward from there. All right, so without further ado, I'll bring up the man of the hour, usually for you ladies. Hey, what's going on?
Bringing on the eye candy, huh?
I'm man enough to share. So that's okay.
You have to excuse the appearance, but our internet is acting up. So,
Oh, okay.
did you have that? We had that big storm.
Yeah.
Yeah, half the block is out, half the neighborhood is out.
Yeah. I'm a Christian. I don't know what that means. Am I a Christian as in faith wise? Uh, it's my name. Other than that, take it how you want it. But anyway, how are you? How you been?
I'm doing fine, and yourself? How's everybody in the chat doing tonight?
I'm doing well. Everybody seems to be here and doing great, and I'm glad to see you.
Hey,
Welcome to
Patty.
right. Welcome to the new face. Bird is nice to see you. Um, Welcome. Hope you come back again and enjoy. All right, so let's just get into a lot of things that I was kind of like, what? So of course, as I'm reading all this, I am process of getting ready for work and doing all this stuff. So I'm reading this, hearing this stuff is coming across my screen on my phone, and I'm just like, what is going on? So first, just to get this out of the way, because these Dems irk me, because I understand they want to show the contrast between the Republican Party and themselves, but it's getting to the point where it's kind of, to me, there's no there's no fight really. Like the only people really like putting in the fight are the newcomers, and they're doing it because they have good reason. They just come from the streets, no less. You know what I'm saying? Like not even the same kind of atmosphere that a lot of these old politicians are in, where everything is kind of humdrum, we're comfortable, kind of BS that's going on. Hey, what's going on? Golden Goods, Smart Show, Pink, how are you? Nice to see you. So with that, I say this. Now, I'm not saying Governor Cuomo or former Governor Cuomo now at this point is a great stand-up guy. Not in the list. But what I am saying is instantly when everything started happening, it was resign. So much so that he was kicking back like, no, I'm not resigning. I'm going to stay here. We don't even get that from the Republican Party. Like, dude will come out and say, yeah, I touched them, but and everybody will just act like
Yeah, and they just keep it moving.
But we don't. But right, we don't know exactly what happened. Anything could have happened, and I'm not saying to not believe women or anything of that nature, but just the way in which one team goes fully to bat for whatever it is, hella hot water, and the other team's kind of like, well, I don't know. You should just resign. When they looking, and the only reason why they really ask him to resign, and the only reason why he resigned mainly is because New York State, the legislative is Republican.
Mm-hmm.
Far more of, like the city areas are a lot more Democratic. Um, and of course, when they vote for different things like mayor and other things like that, the Democrats turn out and vote. But a lot of the small towns, like everywhere else in Pennsylvania and other places, the majority of the people who are in the state houses are Republican. So yeah, they were going to fry his ass. He knew that.
Yeah.
And when he didn't have any backing from anybody in the Republican legislation to kind of hold his back and stand up, he knew he had to go. Um,
Mm-hmm. And plus, he's made so many enemies. He has nobody in his corner.
yeah, but when I look at him, it's like a Trump situation. With growing up in New York, I've known, I've known the Cuomo's pretty much my whole life. So it's like a Trump situation. His father was very well known in New York. They really got to do whatever, whenever, and there was no checks and balances. So now we come to a place where you're old as hell, you're now the governor, and now you get checked on your shit. Like now you're getting checked on your stuff. And the issue I'm having is that we're quick to judge and cancel and be like, oh, you got to go. Oh, you got to go, especially on the Dem
Mm-hmm.
side. But we can have a president that will time and time again say things, do things just of the utmost disrespect, and everything is just like, well, that's just how he is.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm a bit like, huh? What? And I get more stories are coming out. More women are saying, hey, he touched me too, or he said inappropriate things. But we've had a slew of women come out and say Donald Trump have done things. You even got pictures with him and Joel Epstein, or whatever his name is, the pedophile dude that they got murked because he did not kill
Mm-hmm.
himself. They murked him so none of the stories would come out. The
Mm-hmm.
hypocrisy is crazy for me. It's just like it doesn't make any sense. And then you wonder why people turn and vote the other way, because it looks like you really don't stand up for anything. The minute some wind blows, it is just like, well, maybe you
Mm-hmm.
should go and consider. Even Al Franken, it was
Yeah.
like instantly,
Yeah. He was out the door.
right, you need to step down. And it's like, yo, why doesn't everybody get the kind of due process that should be done? Now, granted, I get it. 50 women come forward. You obviously had to do something. I'm not saying that was that many women, but you know what I'm saying. Just hypothetically playing around. If a lot of women
Mm-hmm.
come forward, obviously you did something, and you need to reconsider your political position.
Yeah.
But the
So
only time, Mhm.
now I was going to ask the chat. What do you think the final number will be?
He went out and bought his fiance this big old expensive diamond engagement ring.
Oh, it was a real big.
He
Did
took
they
he
did
took
they
a
give a price? They didn't give a
he took
price.
a
That might
no
give us a tip.
he took a playbook out of what's his face, out of Kobe Bryant's book, the late
Mm-hmm.
great Kobe Bryant, and
Was it a blue diamond, a pink diamond?
right, gave him one of those big old I'm sorry, walk around with this and show
Mm-hmm.
this off.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And exactly, Patty Duke, the next Republican, the next governor in New York will be a Republican.
Republican.
Yes, and and the stuff that will come out, or the his ability to wine and dine with whomever, be it Trump or anybody who's coming up behind Trump's coattails, that can kind of have his same, I don't know, retardation. Um, they're gonna go for it. You know what I'm saying? And they will fall in line behind everything. And that's just the part that scares me about all of this. It's really nerve wracking. It just really is. That I wish just as much fire as we have is canceling folks and having people step down, and for the smallest, well, not that this was small, but other people who have minor kind of little things pop up. They're like, oh, nope, you got it. Nope, you can't be a part of the party or a front runner in the party because of what you're dealing with. And we have all of these scandalous people on the Republican side really just going balls to the wall. Like, I don't care. Yeah, I was involved in a wrestling scandal where the wrestling coach was molesting a lot of the boys, and I knew about it, and I didn't say nothing about it. And yet he can go on Fox News and anywhere else, and no one questions this man whatsoever. And I'm talking about Jim Jordan and others. And it's just like nothing. You got Matt Gaetz. They still talking about him possibly running for president or vice president. How? But because Republicans will just turn a blind eye to all that stuff like none of it matters. And we got to be the ones sitting up here talking about some kumbaya, we going to hold everybody to the fire of Jesus. But it seems like we only hold certain folks to the fire of the stuff that they've done. And certain folks we kind of,
Yeah.
So it's just like, make up your mind. What are we doing here? What are we doing? But anyway, I'm done. Your thoughts?
Yeah. It is just crazy, man. It's like an alternate universe. This shit you just couldn't make up.
Yeah,
it is just unreal.
It really doesn't. It really doesn't make sense to me. Like, the GOP can walk around with no accountability whatsoever, and it be okay. And we have to be the tote bearers of accountability, responsibility, and all these things, and yet get drugged every election year.
Yeah.
Midterms, because they'll sit there and say, oh, we're spineless, or the Democrats won't stand behind the choices they made for whatever reason. It's like if they get too much heat about, and I'm talking about this too, about forcing people to get vaccinated or taking $50 from their pay, which I think is crazy.
Crazy.
Totally crazy. Like, you're trying to give it away. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you trying to give it back? They
go from one extreme to the other.
Right.
Now that you have a chance to win a lotto, they were giving $40,000 down here.
Right. And then
they were talking about. You heard the ones for college kids.
Right.
Talking about paying it.
Whole
full ride and everything. And I'm like, and see, that scares people, because why are you going through all of this just to just to get people to take the vaccination?
Right. Or giving people $100 if they take it, putting their name in a lottery, all this kind of stuff. And it's just like, for real, just give the people the information, the facts about what's in it, the side effects. And yeah, we can go back and forth with, we've injected ourselves with tons of stuff. We eat certain stuff that's not FDA certified, that we don't know what's in it, yet we eat it. So we sitting up here concerned about a shot. Okay, but we pig out Thanksgiving, and we pig out here, we do this, we do that, we eating all kinds of stuff, don't know what's in it. We can go back and forth all day long. But the point of the matter is, inform the people. If you went 4 years without being informed, and people talking about inject bleach, maybe bleach will work, maybe hydrochloroquine will work, and all these other kind of crazy nonsense, sit in a tanning bed and just let the rays from
fry your ass,
fry the from the inside out. and you can let those professionals sit there at the White House briefing and grin and bear it to let him say that, we could actually have people out there giving out true facts and information and let people make the choices for themselves. I mean, I just don't really realize, like, what's the big deal? You don't have to sit here and dangle carrots in front of horses or apples and shit and be like, oh, look, if you do this, do that. Just, hey, this is what it is. Anybody who has a federal job or has been paid by the federal government, hey, weigh your options.
Yeah, like I said, they're all over the place. You know,
Right.
1 minute they're telling you this, next minute they're telling you that. What I'm thinking also is once the CDC finally okays everything, you'll see a jump in the vaccinations. Anytime you have nurses and hospital staff, now I always thought it was protocol that, you know, if you ever have issues, that they would have to be vaccinated against whatever. And to find out that a lot of them are like, no, this, you know, you came up with this shit too fast.
Right.
You know, you're constantly throwing mixed messages.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
so
that part is true. You know, and then you have the former president acting like, well, this didn't exist in his.
Well, you know what? Part of my issue with the whole vaccination thing is it was him.
Yes.
It's bad enough the government has a history of what they've done and what they continue to do because they hadn't stopped. Then
Right.
you have the the regime, for lack of words right now, that with the prior administration, and they're outright racist. Okay, and you know it, and everybody has jumped up out of the woodwork, and now you're actually seeing how racism has worked its way through every fiber of, you know, the government, the health system, and that it's just embedded in everything.
Right.
So fuck yeah, everybody's fucking scared. You know, what do you expect?
It's exposing everything. It's exposing a lot of the fact that a lot of healthcare workers, doctors, nurses alike, are in for the shits. And hey, we may not give a lot of people who don't look like us a lot of the medicine and treatment.
That's right. And you also have to, you know, the white supremacy is nothing but
it's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
We know it. You know what I'm saying? We know it. We've experienced it in some form or fashion. So please don't degrade us by, you know, trying to make it seem like it's just in people's heads or this, you know.
No, it is just evil. That's all it is. Just straight up evil. That's all, you know.
Well, you know, they don't like to admit, you know, that whole white guilt thing, the mayonnaise guilt. I'll say that. The mayonnaise guilt. They don't like to feel guilty about something. But the fact of the matter is, and the fact still stands, that you have participated. It maybe not you directly, of course, but there has been some participation in some form of white supremacy. Whether you benefited from it or not, I mean, you obviously benefit from it. So, I mean, hey, start talking to your people. I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't. I don't know. It's getting to be a bit much, and I think docking people's pay for making a decision for themselves or their families not to participate in something, at least until they feel safe, I think is ridiculous.
Yeah. Now, my question is, now you have companies that are mandating this. Now, suppose the employee takes it and has an adverse reaction. So what happens? Suppose it knocks them out of work.
Right.
Or you know, Lord forbid, it kills them.
Right. But see, that's where there needs to be some sort of accountability on the part of either the government or the private employer. Because if you're forcing, like they're making a lot of active military people take the vaccine. All right. So if you're mandating that they take it, if they're going to be active duty, they have to take it. All right, cool. So if they get an adverse reaction and are forced to then be hospitalized, quarantined, you're covering that bill, right? I don't want to hear nobody having to go to the VA 50, 60 times to kind
Mhm.
of get medical
Oh,
bills paid.
yeah.
Same
And
thing
you
with,
and you're right, Lindsay. What if you can't be vaccinated? You have other medical conditions.
right, right. So then you're going to still dock people's pay. I mean, you're taking it to one extreme. You had one dum dum who didn't do anything about it, thought it was just going to go away to the point where it cost him his presidency. Because let's be honest, he would still be president had he not fumbled, not even fumbled the football, showed up to the game and played a little bit. He just really did not show up, give a goddamn nothing. He was more concerned about
Well, he
making.
thought it was a joke. He thought it was a joke, and he was showing his ignorance the whole time.
Well, because he didn't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like
Well, that's true. That
his
too.
thing was stealing money, like making money,
But
stealing money,
oh
and
yeah, big time. All.
as much money as he could before it was
Hmm.
time to go. That's what his purpose was. So and then you have the religious folks. I really just don't save me with all that because a lot of them too. You can go roof yourselves because in 1 minute you're talking about trust in Jesus, the vaccine,
Hmm.
da, 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 but then yet you're spewing hate out of your mouth about people or either
Yeah,
this.
about everything else.
So kill me with that. Um, I can't. Um, so yeah, that's just crazy in and of itself. I'm over it. I wish they get it together. I think it's absolutely ridiculous if they really go through with this plan of docking people's pay who haven't been
Hmm.
vaccinated. $50. I wouldn't care if it was $2. You don't have the right to do that. Everybody has a
That's
right
right.
to make that choice for themselves.
Especially when it comes to your own body.
Right. Right. So if you want to fault somebody for not equipping people with the proper knowledge to then go forth and possibly make the decision to get it or not to get it, put that up with the orange dude sitting up in Florida.
Hmm.
Take that
Yeah,
up
you're
with
right. You're right, Lindsay. Did you? I can't. I can barely see her screen.
um,
About the religious. If it's against your religion. Yeah, because
oh yeah,
suppose you're Amish
yeah.
or oh shit, I can't see that. Oh, that's looking on the
Oh
phone.
no, you're fine. I meant to say, what if it's against your religion?
Anyway,
They
yes.
can't fire you. Yeah, I mean, they say that they have certain stipulations for people who, if they feel it's against their religion or anything of that nature.
Mhm.
But I mean, I'm just on board with, again, if we're going to always tote about religious freedoms and true liberty, then people should be able to make the choice for themselves. But you have to make sure that you're educating the people. You're not just going around doing celebrity tours talking about take the vaccine, but that you're really sitting down in a lot of these local churches and have these local officials who, praise you, run and get your vote when it's time to get elected. But when it's really crunch time in those local areas, you don't see a mofo nowhere. You need to get
Mhm.
them out there in the streets and have them campaigning and making sure people know exactly what's in the vaccine and everything else. They need to be going to these churches too, like they've been doing when it's
Yeah.
election time to get these votes and informing the people what's in the vaccine, what is some side effects that could affect people. They need to be doing all of that instead of just sitting here always talking about an infrastructure bill, which
Mhm.
9 times out of 10 the infrastructure that needs to be attended to, like the potholes in many of our cities, our crumbling bridges that are near our highways in the inner city, aren't going to be touched.
Mhm. Yeah.
But you want to see
I'm,
new highways with gardens in between them. Like, who's going to be sitting up here looking at a garden as they're driving?
yeah. I want to answer Rico's question real quick because we were wearing masks and we were doing more distance and we were actually washing our hands.
Right.
It slowed down colds and flus and everything, and that was just from wearing the mask.
Yeah, but that's the thing too. If you're not going to get the vaccine, then at least wear the mask.
Wear the mask.
That's
If that's
it.
the one thing you can do, wear the mask. You still
Right.
follow the same protocols
There should
of,
be
of washing your hands. Staying clear when you're in
close
indoor,
proximity of
closed
people.
in people. You don't know, and once you do know, because you don't know who they've come in contact with.
Right. Right.
You just wear the mask. That's all.
Yeah, that's what it's like it's really not that hard. I mean, I don't get the pushback. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. It's just the whole, thing of, oh, you're not going to make me do something. But yet, these same people are the ones quick to tell somebody where they belong in what area, neighborhood, and, you know, what they cannot do or who they stole from. They're quick to tell you what place you belong, but, they don't want to be told anything. Can't be told to wear a mask. Can't be told, hey, you may not be able to vacation here. And that's
Hmm.
that's the issue, that it's becoming more political than it is about saving lives. And people are dying and getting sick by the numbers. And you're going to be so defiant against a president just because your guy lost that you will risk the lives of your citizens. That makes no sense to me.
I don't know why you're surprised. Like I keep coming back to the children, the school shootings, Caliban and stuff like that.
Yeah,
They showed these people who they were, that they were willing to risk
children died.
and sacrifice their children, not their children, but these other
Other people's
people,
children. Yeah, that's not
other
fair.
people's children. They showed you a long time ago who they were,
Yeah.
a long time. Linty, you double masking? Is that like double rubber? And then too, back to Rico, thinking about these celebrities. All of a sudden, have you heard these celebrities talk about they don't take baths?
Yeah, what
Have
is
you heard
that
that?
about?
What is it?
What is that about?
That was like last week. Now there's like another one. I can't remember half these people's names. The one guy that was dating the older woman. He married somebody else. He married another actress. He said him
Ashton,
his
Ashton
family.
Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher, yeah, but then there's another one that came out and says, "Oh, he only hits the hot spots because it takes all the oil out of their skin." And I'm like, "Oh, you nasty motherfuckers!
Yeah,
How
but these are people that that
too much information?" You're Mila Kunis, that's right,
oh,
and
okay.
Ashton Kutcher.
But then you wonder why you smell like wet pets in the rain,
You
or
know what? I'd hate to be in that bedroom. I know that motherfucker smell like a goddamn
I,
sea.
we're not even in like the Middle Ages anymore, or you know what I'm saying? Like we're bathing with scarce. Like it's
Yeah,
like get your ass.
yeah. Don't brush their teeth. I've seen that. And how do you have like green all up around your gums? Oh my god.
I, I really don't.
You know that shit's spicy.
I don't even want to know what kind of spice it is. Okay,
Mm-mm-mm.
but yeah, I've heard that, and again, putting the politics aside for a second and getting into mental health, bathing, okay, bathing, washing
It's fun.
your
It's,
ass
it's fundamental.
is fundamental. Yes, it's definitely something that I promote
That's right. They
wholeheartedly.
don't wipe their ass.
No, no, I've worked around plenty of them. Taco Tuesdays, you can forget
Let
about
me
that bathroom.
let me
Oh,
tell you, you don't wash your ass.
oh,
Don't be tapping me in the middle of the night. Think I'm gonna do overtime and come to the party with them guns loaded. Hell no.
they are. I mean, I don't know. I really don't.
Right, nasty,
I
nasty,
don't get
nasty.
it. And this is something promoted and to be celebrated. That type of
Yeah,
stuff, not washing.
no, but why do they feel the need to share it? Why do you feel the need to share it?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like all of a sudden they found out that, oh wow, it strips all the oil out of your skin and it's really not good for you. No, having a stinking ass
It's really not.
Isn't it not good for you?
Right. But then you put all this stuff on anyway to replace it. You have all of
Yeah, I was going to say you spray these perfumes and everything else right on top of it.
because most of the products that you all have are geared towards them anyway. There's
Yeah,
very few
yeah.
products that are actually geared towards our skin and how our skin, works in water and all that type of stuff. Most of this stuff is geared towards them.
Hmm.
Shelves and shelves. So you could literally wash your behind and not lose a bit of oil.
Look, never mind. I'll keep that to myself. Go ahead.
No, you're fine.
No, no.
I mean,
It's a hot mess. Just a hot mess.
I really, I don't get it. I really
It's
don't.
just nasty. It's just nasty.
So please, people, make sure
Hmm.
that we're bathing. We're not taking part in this call to
Hmm.
forego a shower.
Well, that's one way of not getting any head in the parking lot.
I mean, for some people like that.
Uh, yeah, yeah. I was getting ready to say they like a little cheese.
Ugh, that's so disgusting. I'm not with you right now. I can't. So moving past that.
Okay.
So there, here we go. Just talking about, you sent me this and I didn't get a chance to fully read it, but I was just like, wow, this is crazy. But this shows the level of justice that we have in this place called the United States that's so ununited, and that a system is so corrupt and broken that these two women, one black, one white, kind of charged with the same crime.
Similar crimes.
Yes. One gets probation, and the other one damn near gets the book thrown at her.
Hmm.
Like literally, the whole book. And it's just, again, we're at the same space where we're giving you plain evidence every day of these two different types of America, one black, one white.
Did you have the total? Did you have the total of the amount? I believe the black woman stole about 40,000, and the white woman,
The black woman stole about 40,000. The white woman stole $250,000
and she got probation,
probation.
and the black woman got what, 8 months,
8 months.
almost. Hmm.
Which we're gonna find a way to extend that somehow. But yeah, she got 8 months to a year. It's just, even with the PPP loans.
Oh yeah, you know that's coming.
But there's tons of white folks even early on when they were cracking down on people. I was even telling stories in the early part of the midday news where it was like 13 million and all this other kind of stuff. And these people were getting slaps on the wrist or paying like a little bit of fine or paying some of the money back, and that's it. You got the dude from Pretty Ricky going to jail.
Yeah.
Going to jail. Lock him up, clink, clink. I just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know. When people, and I've watched plenty of debates of people talking about some of our people, how, it's not like how it used to be. Racism doesn't really exist anymore, not like that, and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just sitting there like,
Where are they at?
watching? What are you watching? What are you reading? I get it. You may have white friends and white followers because you're on TikTok and people are, and you don't want to lose your fan base.
Yeah, I'm gonna say playing to the crowd.
Yeah, don't be
playing to the crowd.
That this is really happening, and you just so gun ho on. Oh, I want these people to like me. Like, what are we doing? It's just really ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculousness, Tesla, good old Tesla. So, Tesla has had reports of their upper management basically calling black men, women, and other people of color N-words. throughout their management and not being checked on it, and it just being a-okay, no problem, nothing. So somebody was like, enough's enough, and I'm not the one. So instead of putting their fist to their face, they just decided to take their fist and put it to paper and take it to court and wind up winning $1 million.
Yes, let's applaud that.
Yes, let's applaud that $1 million.
That is the way that you do it. Okay.
Nobody had to die to get the million. Thank God.
Yeah.
But somebody got some justice out of the fact that, first of all, Tesla tried to back out of it and really tried to put sole responsibility.
You're right. That's why the stock went down.
On the management.
Yeah, just think about when Karen wants to act a fool, that yes, this could be a payday. You could like the boys down in Ocean City that had gotten tased.
Right.
Yes, next think about it when you go on spring break again, that your tuition's paid.
Right.
Okay.
Your tuition's paid.
Let's take these
right.
Take these motherfuckers to the bank, okay?
Right.
Get all you can. It's reparations. Just feel like that. Right. Get what you can. Get what you can. So try to keep your head cool. If they're not beating you to death, but make sure you take them. Oh, you heard about the latest Washington D.C. They were arresting a guy, 3 police officers, and they showed the police officer punching the guy in his face. Now, I believe that the charges have been dropped. The officers are under investigation, all 3 officers, because somebody caught it on camera.
Wow.
It was 4 officers total. 3 officers had the guy up against the fence, and I guess they were trying to handcuff him, and he wasn't complying.
Right.
A 3rd officer comes up, and he's starts leaning on him and trying to get him to calm down, and then he starts punching him in the face. Okay, so then the crowd, I guess they were ready to bum rush all of them.
Right.
But the 4th officer was keeping them back, and he's like, "Look at him! He's punched him in his face." So they snatched them all up. So I want to see the outcome on that. That just happened about a day or so ago.
I gotta check that out. I didn't read anything about that. But yeah, that's why I'm not surprised. But I mean, it will get to a point where nobody's gonna sit and watch a George Floyd situation again, and they have to understand that. I really don't think somebody's going to sit around or stand around in awe and watch another person lose their life to the hands of police. That's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So either they get their stuff together, or you just need to disband all those mofos and just find some new people. I mean, what's the big deal? Recruit some new folks. Do some actual psychological testing. Do some background digging and find some new people. I really just don't. What's the big?
But they were worried about because they smoke weed or some shit like that. Because I know they relaxed that around here.
Yeah, but like they don't smoke, like they haven't smoked. They know.
No, they probably stealing it. Down here they were stealing it, and selling it.
But I mean, just like they've been stealing and robbing folks for years.
Mm-hmm.
They're not worried about getting that pension. While they're on the force, they're robbing known drug dealers that they know. They're robbing them. They're doing whatever. And like I've always said, and I will keep saying it, and God rest her soul, that's how they killed Breonna Taylor. They were out to rob him.
Yeah.
That man was talking about all the drug deals he was doing. They've been listening the whole time, and they just thought, payday. We got a payday coming, guys. We rob him, take this money, and we'll say it was a drug bust. And of course, we got to keep some, because you got to make it look like, oh, look at the bus we found. We found all this money and da 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 da. But they were going to rob her. They were dressed in night gear. They had night cameras, all that. Come on. It's really ridiculous. At this point, the whole thing is trash.
Want to say welcome to everybody coming into the chat.
Yes. Thank
How's everybody doing?
you. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Thank you so much for coming. Let's see. I don't really want to talk about Ron Paul. He could go roof himself. He's a weirdo.
You know what? You saw my comment when I wrote, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was like, no, he would. What?
Yeah, I can't.
Did you listen to the clip?
Of him?
Yeah.
No.
He was here. Yeah. Don't. Don't.
He irritates me. He
Yeah.
really irritates me because he be on the cusp of. He's one of the people like they will sit on the cusp edge of just saying it, but just saying it in the most way that can be suitable for TV. But you know what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of like, oh, I can't stand you. Like, what are you doing? More police doing police stuff, of course. Arresting realtors now, so you can't be black and be a realtor. In a lot of these states, like
well, you know, that's not a neighborhood you want to move into. at least you didn't pay all that money and then find out this is what you have.
Right. Well, I mean that's true, but to arrest a 15-year-old boy, I mean the issue I'm having with all of this, two things. One, somebody's doing the calling. That's one that's not being addressed. Somebody's doing the calling around all of this, which is causing a problem for me because these people need to be arrested too. These people need to be brought up on charges just as much for making false reports. To have all this stuff happen and then come to find out, oh, he's just a realtor showing a house to another black man and his son, and yet you handcuffed all of them, including the 15-year-old boy. Now you're trying to backtrack because now there's heat coming to your area. So I'm just, again, we're at this space where it's like, are you pushing it to the point where it's just all out? Oh, now we're back to Black Panthers, like walking around the neighborhood, protecting our own as we should. I'm okay with that. But of course I know the gun rights people are not going to stand for that because they're okay with them toting guns, but it's a problem with us toting guns and defending ourselves. And we can throw up Chicago and all these other places all we want. I think all that is BS too. I'm sure there's a lot of infiltrators, just like there were a lot of people telling, hey, master, they about to leave tonight. They about to leave tonight and go to the bridge. They about to escape. I'm sure there's a lot of people in our own cities that like to participate in the gun violence, and get paid on the back end to make the cities look hella crazy. I'm just saying, it ain't all about, this one on my turf, that one on my turf. I really don't buy it. I don't buy it. And that's personally my opinion. I'm not buying it.
It sounds like a ching-ching day to me. And you know what I would do? I'd buy that house and turn that motherfucker into a Section 8. And move Laquita and all 6 of her children and her 2 pit bulls.
But that's what they do.
Right next door. That's exactly what I would do.
But that's what they do. But that's what they do. And that's the part that I don't know. I just find it to be a bit much. Like, we sitting here, you're calling on people, you're calling the cops on people, not knowing what they're doing. Furthermore, you're not asking no questions.
You don't go in there at a level 10. Okay? They knew that house was a vacant property. And they knew that it was potentially being shown.
Yeah, you had to know.
So why would you go in there with guns drawn? It's all in how you approach everything. Because if it was a white face, it wouldn't even have been that way. They'd went up there, they'd have walked up there and talked to them. But see, that's the second time. Because they had another one where the guy had recorded it, and they arrested him. And I believe they took them to court too. Neighborhood association.
It's a bit ridiculous, even with the neighborhood associations. You already know on your area, in your cul-de-sac or whatever, what houses are up for sale. So you know that.
Mm-hmm.
And the realtors, whoever they are, whether they're independent or, publicly known, they meet with you and say, hey, I'm showing the house around this time. These are my client lists.
And
They're
plus, they
supposed to
have the
tell you.
code. If you
And they
could
have
look
the
and see
code
that
for
the
all.
front door is not damaged, the code box is on the knob. Like I said, you don't go to those situations at a level 10.
But they do it when all they hear is, oh, I just seen a black person or some black people at this vacant house. And instantly they get in their cars like, you know, they playing a video game. Oh, let's go, and then when you get heat from it, it's, oh no, we just got a call of suspicious activity. Well, BS, BS. I call it. I'm tired of the same one liners. Either, you seen a gun or you didn't see a gun or this, that, and the other. I just over it. But we won't.
Patty Duke, I have Section 8. I have Section 8 in my neighborhood. And you can tell some of these houses are not like the others, okay?
That's probably the house.
Yeah, you know that from Sesame Street.
Yeah,
Some of these
yeah,
things
yeah.
are not. Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm so over it. Speaking of being over it, and then we could just talk about other stuff. Lastly, Louis DeJoy, one of my favorite people, the Postmaster General, who secretly was trying to help Trump win this past election by getting rid of all the all the little things that was at the corner of some of your blocks in the
Mailboxes.
neighborhood. Yeah, your little mailboxes, and your
See,
little,
I can tell that you're young. You don't even know what a mailbox is.
what, and your sorting machines. Because I was thinking of the sorting machines. He got rid of all the sorting machines. He cut back.
Brand new ones.
On,
Brand new ones.
he cut back on a
That
lot
they
of the
sold.
postal
That they
workers.
sold for scrap. Okay, they sold them for scrap metal.
He cut back on a lot of the postal service workers. He was doing a lot to make sure that, knowing that a lot of people were not going to show up at the polls, they were going to mail in their ballot because nobody really wanted to be around a whole bunch of crowds doing coronavirus. Two things. He's allegedly given one of his ex-employers over like $12 million. Like, no, what? I take that back. $120 million. Where you get that money from? The post office. But he still has a job as the Postmaster General.
Oh yes, and I believe in October your mail will be slowed down.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just about to say that too. They finalized a plan to actually start slowing down the postal service. Now, mind you, everybody on the board, on the postal board, are supporters of Donald Trump. Pretty much. Biden is not allowed to get anybody in there unless DeJoy steps down, which he's not. Which I don't even understand why that's even possible.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so be prepared for your mails to be slowed down. Be prepared for some of your checks to be
Mm-hmm.
non-existent, especially in certain areas.
And their turnover rate is high. It's becoming about as bad as Amazon.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was kind of high. It would fluctuate.
Yeah, well, you know what? They make it a lot easier to actually get a job with them now. You used to have to take the civil service test.
Yeah, but you
Now,
don't get the benefits. Some of
well,
position.
yeah, well, they had what's called TEs and casual, which are 89-day contracts
Oh, okay.
that you could work, and they would keep you extended. But you could go down, take the civil service test, and get on the list. And whatever positions they had open, you could go. You can go right in, and then once you get inside, you could move about where you wanted to go. But it was just so hard getting in.
Yeah.
But nowadays they don't have to do that. They'll just go ahead and hire them because they're here today and gone tomorrow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I remember taking that exam, and it had nothing to do with pretty much of nothing.
Nothing at all.
Could you follow directions, basically?
Right. Or even putting the addresses together. If this house is this, what house is that? And you're like,
yeah, and that was it.
Yeah.
And that was it.
That's crazy.
Like I said, then you end up sitting on the list, but you can always get better numbers.
Yeah. Right. All right. So let's see. I just saw, I don't know if you sent me that or somebody sent, or if I was just scrolling through Instagram, but there was a video clip, and I would have, if I had time to put it up here, but didn't. There was a clip of some mayonnaise in the store, and I guess the male mayonnaise was mad at his girlfriend for whatever reason, but he proceeded to beat her in the store.
What?
And the other mayonnaise man, whole man, just stood there, watch as he hit her, hemmed her up, had her all on the ground. And I mean, he's literally looking the whole time, just moving his feet out the way, just watching this whole thing go down. And I'm just like, these folks, the same folks that scream patriotism and that this is their America and USA, it's ridiculous, just ridiculous. I was just like, what kind of mess is this? What am I looking at right now? What am I looking at? Just lost in the sauce, just no kind of nothing whatsoever, but quick to tell others about their moral compasses.
Oh, you know what? They're just full of shit. They are full of shit.
Yeah, but that was my point. Like,
well, but we know they're full of shit.
They smell like it.
Oh, damn! I cursed. I wasn't supposed to be cursing like this.
Whatever.
Yeah, I follow your lead. That's why.
Whatever. That's really all I had as far as that. Anybody heard of anything, any entertainment news or whatever that I really don't follow? So I get all my stuff from, shout out to Armand Wiggins and others like King Payne. That's where I get all my entertainment stuff from, because I don't follow a lot of stuff. But some of it's interesting. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, let's finish off from last week.
Okay.
Don't be stupid. Don't be popping up over people's houses.
Yeah. Please don't pop up on the right house.
That is a real dangerous move.
Yeah, it really is. Because you never know what somebody, and I get it. It sounds salacious and it sounds like, oh, go get it. But,
No, because I tell you, just the way that I am, and you catch me sideways just popping up. Look, my family doesn't pop up. They have to call before they come.
Yeah.
Because they know I will be twisted the whole time that they're here.
Right, yeah.
Inflamed,
like sitting there like, if you don't get the hell.
And to just pop up at nighttime at someone else's house that you do not know.
Yeah.
Very, very dangerous. So please don't. I know people in here don't, but hopefully somebody will hear it. It's not a game. These people are serious.
It's not. And I mean, you thought you would kind of got a glimpse of that from the whole VS situation, which is kind of like, don't do that, because you never know which way this thing is going to go. You never know where something like that's going to go. It's like, just keep it here. Like, I really don't understand the big deal. Somebody's talking trash. Let them talk. Mm-hmm. Like, you going to them to prove what?
Yeah, but I don't know. But like I told you, I was like, well, the way she was kind of dressed, I was like, boy, that looked more like a booty call, or trying to get one, trying to get somebody up in that can.
Maybe so.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. There's a whole lot of crazy on this.
Yeah, like that's what I'm
There's a
saying. Like,
whole lot of
if
crazy.
you think you crazy, trust and believe. There are people 10 times as crazy.
Mhm.
The people that they talk to on here and in their chats, that's their friends because they
You
don't have.
just listen to them while you sitting up in the clouds. Just listen to them. There's a lot of
Yeah,
real deranged
deranged
people.
Looney Tunes, and God bless her heart, but Looney Tunes. I was just listening to one interview that Edge Hudson was doing, and I was like,
Mm-mm-mm.
wow, just lost. Like I just lost. And the stuff that comes out of people's mouths just for um, to be talked about or to
Hmm.
be on the news or what have you, or you know it's ridiculous because it's hurtful for one, harmful in a sense that a lot of people get whatever bit of news or education from the person that they watch the most. So if that's
Hmm.
you and you're spilling out all this kind of nonsense, um, I didn't even want to repeat some of the stuff that I was just like, what? Where'd you get that from? It was just, I mean, please, people, just be careful of the people you follow and the stuff that they spew and say. Please make
Hmm.
sure you're doing your own research and you're doing your own studying, and know that um, if it ain't fact based, it's just their opinion, and they're entitled
That's
to it.
right. And they're entitled to their opinion.
They're entitled to it. But please just know that it is just an opinion. It is not fact based because we don't need to be doing our people like that. Like
Right.
that's my
Right.
problem. Like we have enough on our on our plate to kind of weave through people trying to erase our history and really make our children seem like, oh, that was so long ago, it really doesn't matter, let it go,
Hmm.
while they continue to still do the same stuff.
Still do the same thing.
You know what I'm saying? So i I think and being older, you should know better, like
But that's the scary
know
part.
better, do
That's the
better.
scary
It's
part
like,
because you would think, as old as these people have grown children,
yeah,
and they're doing some of the stupidest stuff out
right,
here.
right. So it's just
Hey, Queen Diva, how you doing,
it's
darling?
crazy. What's up, Queen Diva? Um,
Yeah, and
yeah,
these are grown adults with
yeah,
children, grown children.
yeah. It really is crazy. I just, it's disheartening, to see people that you think would, and I'm not saying all the time because everybody's not a saint or positive all the time. People have their moments, but to, I don't know, spew the kind of stuff that some of these people spew, I just be like, listen,
Yeah, you have to know when to tune it out.
yeah, like there's no way I can sit and have any kind of dialogue with you when all that kind of stuff is coming out of your mouth. Like it's just like, come on, it's enough. It really is enough. So I don't know, but just be mindful. That's all I say. Be mindful. Be mindful. I don't even listen to half of these conversations. Yeah, and I mean, yeah, that is true, Lindsay. I mean, it is entertainment, but I just know that a lot of people take it past that, and it becomes
Mhm.
more than entertainment for them.
Yes, a
It
lot of
becomes,
people actually believe it.
but it becomes fact based. It becomes so much to the point where if somebody says, "Oh, Captain Made Christian has a colostomy bag," people are like, "Oh, he got a bag. He got a colostomy bag because so and so said so." The fuck, dude? What? Like, that's the type of stuff that I don't. It's like, what are we in high school or
I don't even know if
elementary?
that's high. I was gonna say
Yeah, I
more
was
like
like,
more like
yeah,
junior high.
right. Like, what are we doing? And these are grown folks. So um, it's too much. It's too much going on. We got from coronavirus to Delta variant
She'd have
to
caught more than the virus that night.
she would have got a few viruses.
Virus.
Jesus Louise.
Some STDs, some UTIs, some elemental P's. I don't know.
Right. Some alphabet soup. That's what it is.
hmm
Just crazy. Yeah, so be mindful, people. Don't go around chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to.
And
God,
livers, right?
yes, rivers too. Make sure you keep yours intact.
Oh no. Like I said, she looked like she was looking for somebody to tap that liver. Mm-mm-mm.
Thank you, Rico. Stupid. Appreciate it. It's crazy to me. I don't know. I just don't get it. But
Mm.
that's it. I'm gonna get off my soapbox.
It is, but it just amazes me until something happens, you know.
Right, but that's my point. That's my point. And it's not even, everybody sit there and talk about how this one's a horrible person, that one's a horrible person. I really didn't think so. I just take people at face value. I don't let other people's opinions of somebody else kind of dictate
hmm
how I feel towards them. So I did not have an issue with said person. I just felt like the whole situation with the VS situation was kind of like, oh, if you could have just held your peace and maybe saved it for when you got home
hmm
instead of reacting. Because you could see it in their face that it was like, no, I ain't gonna let you punk me out like that. You could see it running through her head like, I'm not gonna let you punk me out like this. Plus, these people watching, I'm gonna let these people know, and don't you ever come and run up on me. And it was just like, if you just had that moment to just sit there for a second, hold it back, it would have been a whole totally different thing. But it could have went somewhere else too. You know what I'm saying? They could have went somewhere else too because you're not knowing what that lady might have had on her or what
Yeah.
happened. Um, so thank God it didn't. I mean, unfortunately, it caused a whole bunch of mess. But
hmm
no, I don't think so. No. Um, but I just just from that situation and knowing and seeing that in real time,
Yeah.
like you don't do that. You don't pop up on people like that.
Mhm. And then you
Um,
have to remember too, coming from last year, people that broke a lot of people.
yeah,
There are a lot of broken people, and
yeah,
you hear them on here.
yeah. They lost jobs. Like they seriously lost jobs.
Yes, they lost jobs. They're in the process now of a lot of them are losing their
Losing homes.
homes.
Yeah.
You know, and you have for a lot of people, this is their alternate universe, their escape.
Mm,
And like I said, you have a lot of broken people
mm,
on here,
yeah.
and they actually believe this shit is real as real.
Right. 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 Well, she couldn't necessarily claim self-defense.
Yeah, she was at the house.
Right. She couldn't necessarily
She
claim
went there.
self-defense because she left. One, she
hmm
left, and then two, um, we don't. There would have to be witnesses saying that at the table there was some kind of altercation, and I don't think. Not too sure about other people's testimony, but I don't think nobody really said that there was like a physical altercation at the table because it almost just from what we've seen from video, it was like words were exchanged. She got up, and then it was like moment. Oh hell no, and it was like, if you could have just held your peace for a little bit, there would have been a different outcome. But that's something that it's tough sometimes to kind of hold your peace when people talking shit or doing stuff. Um, she kicked me. Yeah, I mean something. It's tough, but sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes it is really worth it to kind of hold your peace for just a second. And here we go with the wellness moment. Hold your
And
peace for just a second.
you saying have a clean colon, right?
Mm,
Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of cranky when I get constipated. Huh?
uh,
Throw your head again. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, too much.
I just
Hey, Lindsay, what you doing here anyway? You not out there making new snacks
No, she's on
or
vacation.
making?
She's on vacation.
She's on vacation this week. Oh, okay. Or making skeet rags.
Lord have mercy. I still can't get over that. Of all the things, of all the
Mhm.
but just be mindful, people. That's all. Um, I wish everybody peace and safety, but please just don't run up on people because you never know.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna run up on somebody, be prepared because if you wind up getting your ass whooped, you're gonna be the talk.
Just don't do it. You over 40, just don't do it.
I'm just saying.
You grown ass folk.
I'm just saying. Rico, I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you. This is not the nightcap. This is politics and wellness.
It's
Wrong.
well, that could fall under wellness.
That's
Look, it is summertime. What I tell you, boy.
summertime does not mean anything. Speaking of summertime, good thing. Please, another wellness point. Go get tested. If you haven't, if you about that time, if you do that with your regular checkups, please make sure you get tested for a lot of things. Um,
Oh, this is all around testing.
all around testing, but especially testing for the alphabet soupness because
Mhm.
got to make sure you're on up and up. So yeah,
Yes, because you have been cooped up,
yeah.
and a lot of y'all buck wild. So,
Um, but it's always good to be healthy in that way and to get checked up and make sure everything is good and clean. And if not, there are places and situations where you can get the help. And if you need somebody to advocate and help you find those places, please reach out. You can email me, of course, um, and get something together to get you where you need to be. I think
mhm.
that's important. A lot of times we shame people, but we don't encourage them at the same time. And I think we need to start by ending the stigma of definitely HIV and AIDS because
Mhm.
it's affecting everyone, not just
Yeah.
people who happen to participate in same-sex relationships.
You should always know your status.
Right, because you got people like the babies and the what's his uh, the future and all these other people just having babies and popping them out.
Hmm.
And granted, you may have the money to take care of them, but yeah, that's still you unprotected, doing all kinds of craziness. So, yeah. So yeah, on that note, Enrico, if you don't cut the shit, cut it. Because you got people mad at you for no reason. Uh, but yeah, definitely, I think it's important. Yeah, so do that.
Oh, yeah, I saw your other person in here tonight, Pudding.
You know what? And from that, just ridiculous. All week long, all I kept getting was, "Did you get that pudding? Did you get that pudding?" Like, what are
It's,
you talking about?
it's that tapioca. You know what it reminds me of? You ever watch the movie Ray?
Yes.
Okay, you remember when the woman was saying, "You know you love my peach cobbler," and he was like, he was frowning his face all up. You really love my peach cobbler.
Like that thing
Like,
tastes so disgusting. Yeah,
mm.
no. That was Virginia Redbone talking. Oh, and she another one. I love her to death, but always talking about she looking for me. Where are you looking for me at? Where you be looking for me? Because I don't be everywhere.
You know what? Virginia Redbone, she reminded me of that commercial with the Sour Patch Kids. Sometimes they sweet, then they
Some other
then they
sound,
sour.
yeah, yeah.
It's like you've been good. You've been good all week long.
All week long. As soon as somebody else comes in, oh, here come that motherfucker right there. You be like, oh, where this come
Yeah, where'd that come from? That's demonic shit.
from? You might need one of them cloths, baby. You might need one of them cloths. Yes, babe shower. That's right, Lynn. Change that
Mm-hmm.
up. Babe shower often.
Now that's a damn shame. Now you have to add bathe and shower.
Yes. Right. We went from moisturizing to baby shower. I'm not. I'm not. Yeah. So.
But are you legal?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a good question. Well, I'm pretty sure. But now that I stepped into this other realm of age, I'm more like, you need to be at least 30 and change or something. You're looking at
There is
somebody in their
there
20s.
there is a vast difference. Believe me, there's a vast difference.
Looking at somebody in their 20s is like looking at a kid. Like I can't.
Mm-mm.
I can't. It's just like,
Nope. Nope.
like
That's what I did. I had to age up. I couldn't
yeah,
do
yeah,
I couldn't do my age and younger.
yeah. Like, eh, still got that 20 in there. Um,
Is that legal? No. The question is, do you have a PlayStation? Because that's the hook.
it's not the hook here. It's not the hook here at all. I don't have one, and nor am I buying one. If I buy one, I'm buying it for myself.
What? That's in the Cougar's handbook.
I am not a cougar.
Well, that don't mean that you can't read the book.
I don't need to read the book if I'm not one.
Oh,
No.
look, everything's versatile. It works.
I'll take your word for it. In the words of LeVar Burton from Rita Rainbow. I'll take your word for it. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, that's nice. But what does that mean? Okay, that's nice.
Well, here's a real stupid one. O.J. Simpson. Have you heard that one?
About
He said that he wouldn't move. I believe wouldn't go to L.A. because he didn't know whether or not he would be sitting next to the murderer.
of course he would be sitting next to the murderer. He's sitting next
Because
to the
you it.
He's sitting next to the murderer every Thanksgiving because his son killed that woman. I don't care what nobody says. His son killed that woman when she reneged on taking his sister to the restaurant where he worked. He hated her guts. He wanted her dead, and that's just what he did. He went and killed her.
Look, he just popped up from out of nowhere with that one. I was like, what? Who? What?
No, he been saying that. He actually said that before. He remember when he got acquitted. He wrote that book.
Yeah, he said that in
He
said that in the book.
He said it in the interview. He was talking about bumping into their killers or something like that. That's why he had moved all the way out to Vegas. And I think before that he was in Arizona or some shit. But he was like he didn't want to run into Nicole's killer because he wouldn't know what he would do and all this other kind of stuff. And it's like, child, that's your son. That's your son.
Yeah, he popped up with that one. I was like, why are you back?
Because he's trying to be relevant. Oh gosh, here we go.
Oh, the kids in the trunk.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But those at first I was like, those not her kids. No, they weren't her kids. They were like
Yeah.
his kids or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, wow, like mental health and just all of that is so vital, and it's something that we need to not take for granted and or sweep under the rug, because these people are really sick. Like she was all like, "Oh, I'm about to be famous. I'm about to be all on the radio, all on TV," and it's just like, but you murdered children.
Mm-hmm.
How do you? And they weren't even yours.
Yeah.
Oh, just really, 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 really disgusting. Just really disgusting. Um,
Like I said, this we're in very hard times,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and it is definitely getting harder.
yeah. You think it's hard now, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's
They extended the moratorium till October.
October. Mhm.
I mean, when you got all that stimulus money, you should have been putting something aside.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, with these opportunities to kind of catch up on whatever you need to catch up, please try to do so if you can. Um, there's a lot of jobs hiring, doing at home work, um,
Mm-hmm.
something, because these little moments of help and grace are not going to be around forever. So you know, don't
Yeah.
try to live it up, taking your stimulus money and buying stuff that necessarily you don't.
Now, I have seen a lot of new temporary tags on vehicles around here.
Well, yeah, that's from them PPP loans.
PPP loans.
Yeah, them prison period loans, them prison periods. Because Justin, believe you, I don't know why people messing around with the IRS. They send people to jail for the smallest
Yeah,
stuff.
and they will send you to jail. They won't send the
Yeah,
millionaires to jail.
right,
They'll send you to jail.
right,
You can't get away with that stuff that they do.
right.
Now,
Uh,
here's another real scary one.
Trump for president.
Well, yeah, that too. But they talking about opening up the courts again and having live jurors again down here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so afraid I'm going to get another goddamn jury duty notice.
Um,
I hate going to jury duty.
really? I,
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it.
I like it.
I
I mean,
hate it.
I never get picked. Knock on wood.
I get picked. That's why I hate it.
Oh, okay.
My last case, a woman fell off the back fell off the back of the bus. An old woman, and she tried to say that the bus driver pulled off. The back doors of the bus. She was getting off of the back doors,
Oh, she
and
was getting
it
off.
yeah, and she fell.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna say,
she was.
what was she doing by the back door anyway? Couldn't she have been up in the front?
It was like 4 days of that dumb shit and that dirty, filthy. Well, down here, dirty, filthy courthouse.
Hmm.
But there's no way in the world.
It should be clean now.
No, it was It's always been filthy because it's an old building. It used to be the original post office,
Hmm.
and it's just the old building,
Hmm.
and it's just nasty. But I don't want to be in there with 2,000 other mouth breathing people
Yeah.
with the virus. Okay,
Yeah, that's true.
that is not where I want to be up in there. They still have air conditioners in the windows. They don't have central air.
I'm sorry, that's funny. She's like, I'm honest. Do you trust law enforcement? Nope. Dismiss. I don't trust them motherfuckers. Nope. And you need to stop
Hmm.
that, sir. That's enough from you, okay? Enough. Oh, you just wait. You just wait. Yeah, that is crazy. But yeah. I'm not. I can't. I can't. I know it's fun to him, but this is crazy. So anyway, yeah, that's all I have, guys. And thank you so much for hanging out. Uh, be mindful, wear your mask, wash your hands and your ass,
Definitely.
please. Now remember,
Uh,
you gotta wash like go in cycles. Brush,
Hmm.
wash, moisturize.
Hmm.
So do all that.
Nobody wants you if you're spicy.
Mm, mm.
It's just nasty. I'm still trying to
Nobody wants
understand
you if you're
what
tart.
conversation came up, and you don't, and you come up and you just say, "Well, I don't take baths, and I don't wash my
Yeah,
kids."
I don't know. I have no idea how that even became a thing. And now people are like proud to say, yeah, I bathe every 2 weeks. Or something. You what?
What? Your ass needs to be immersed.
Every what? And then you think about sheets and bed linen and all
Yeah.
that stuff, and you're just like, you don't do. Oh, I'm good.
Hmm.
I'm good. I'm good. See, there was a reason why I was never really had an attraction to Miracle Whip.
To
Okay.
mayonnaise, Miracle. Never wanted to sample it.
I mean, I did. I was over it. I was like, oh, okay,
No, it's never been my speed.
it's not my thing. It was like, no, can't do it. I tried. I
Mm-mm.
couldn't even like get into it. I was like, you know what? No, we
I
just.
couldn't even. I'm trying to think if I date anybody. Boy. No, no.
I couldn't
Mm-mm.
get into it. I could. I tried. I was like, no, you're not being open minded. You're like, you
Mm-mm.
know what, self? Look.
I'd be afraid I have a flashback.
Did I say?
That shit would not be pretty.
I,
Your black ass is going to jail now.
you was going to
I did.
jail. Mm-mm.
No, Miss Sophia.
What you say? I said,
Say it.
hell no. Um, I have to try that. I have to try the body butter by the way. I heard it's really good.
Mm.
Try that. And body butters and stuff. Yeah.
Like I said, still looking for that mayonnaise emoji.
I know. Me too. I was all I had was like pictures of
Yeah, that was it.
yeah. I was like, I need the mayonnaise.
Down file well too. Yeah, but yeah, I still don't understand that one now. Hey, can you imagine what their kids smell like? Children smell funky anyway. Especially when now I understand when parents would
You smell
say
like outside.
you smell like outside. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's just nice saying you stink, you musty.
Right.
And Lord knows when you start going through puberty and your body chemistry starts changing,
Mm.
and you definitely be tiny. I mean, God damn your deodorant. That's when you be going through all types of deodorant because none of that shit holds.
Right. You put deodorant on? Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You need
Oh,
to try some. No, you need to try some of this. Something else. I
right.
don't know what it is. Oh.
I used to, my grandmother, when I was younger, she sold Avon, so we used to have all this, like the 24-hour Avon deodorant. We used to
Mm-hmm.
do that until the 24 hours ran out, and you needed to try a whole another 48 hours. 24 hours wasn't enough. She's like, why did you use it? The deodorant grandma had. She said, no, you need, no, you need something else.
Mm-mm-mm.
Ah,
Hilarious.
uh-uh.
Hilarious. Ugh.
I've never been. I was as a kid. I wasn't even like that. I was never like, oh no, I'll bathe tomorrow. Like no, like mama had to pull me out of
No.
the. Like she'd be banging on the door.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, hey, that's enough of my water. You wasting my water. Like I could not. Like
Yeah, I was too self-conscious
yeah.
because all somebody had to do was tell me I was funky, and
All somebody
that'd
had
have
to do
been
was
it.
go. You smell like, and I'm sitting there like, what? Oh my god, what? Some stink? I just
Hmm.
can't.
That's right, Tussie. I remember that one. that Tussie deodorant.
I didn't know nothing about no testing. I learned
You
about
did.
testing from Ricky Smiley when he did that
Oh no.
with his
Mm-mm.
grandmother.
And especially if you were, some of the deodorants would break you out, and you
Okay,
had to, and sometimes you would have to switch,
yeah.
and you would switch to that because it was I guess it had less certain ingredients in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
right
moved,
guard.
I've moved to aluminum free deodorant.
Yeah.
But I started with Arm and Hammer, but that started to break me out. So now I'm at
Mm-hmm.
with Crystal.
Then wonder why your armpits are all black, or they all sore.
Right,
So somebody else can smell. Yeah, that's right. If you can smell yourself, you know damn well somebody else can smell you.
right, that part. And sometimes
Believe me.
you think you all right,
And you ain't.
right. So don't get caught up in that.
And I'm sorry. When you a grown man's, you need to submerge it.
Yeah, you need right. Now I don't care how big you are, you better take a rag,
Hmm.
a whole towel, wet it, and squash something. I don't. That's just not. It's just not cool.
Hmm.
Get yourself a little nurse or something. Somebody needs to be wiping. Ain't no amount of car gonna make people disregard your funk. You just
Hmm.
funky in a Benz, or you just funky in a Lexus, or you funky in whatever you in. But don't, yeah, the car ain't gonna change that.
Mm-mm-mm.
Please make sure you're washing your ass.
Yeah. Oh, and here's one for the nightcap.
It's the
And women, please rinse.
yeah. Make sure your stuff smells like water. I just
Uh,
what kind of mess is that? Like,
no, but you have soap residue. It's nothing worse than having chemical burns on your tongue.
you know what? Nobody's.
What's that? What'd you say?
I said nobody's doing that. Who's doing it?
Chemical. No, sometimes they don't get all the soap. Don't rinse very well, and you go down there and you're like, yeah, yeah,
You missed the spot.
yeah, Maybe it was in that fold behind the other fold behind the back fold.
It's behind that curtain.
And then look, and you know how your taste buds get, right? Now you have no taste, no nothing.
like, like, you know,
Yeah,
drink, drink some hot chocolate and burn your tongue.
burnt your tongue. Because it'll be just like that for 2 days. Okay,
No, no.
you have to holler there. Make sure you rinse real good.
Right. Yeah, I do. I be feeling sorry for the family members too. That have to watch some of the people, like especially like the kids, because then I feel bad because like the kids didn't ask for that, and although they love their parents, it's like you putting your child through a lot to be so young, or children a lot to be so young.
Thank
They
you, Patty.
living their life, doing you. Oh, she
See,
got
Patty
5.
know what I'm talking about. There ain't nothing worse than. I would say it was a mood killer, but it ain't. We'll just
Yeah,
keep
pound
pushing, pushing. We'll
it.
we'll just push through. I can't taste anything, but
That's because you
we'll
got
just
that summer's eve on your
you
tongue.
on your tongue. That's right. That dove. Ooh, it's kind of minty.
Don't get that. What's that other stuff? The peppermint. Oh god, that stuff burns. Who makes that? It comes in a bottle. Looks like a lotion thing, but it's soap. It's a peppermint one that you wash with that. All that would be clear. You feel the breeze. It feel like you done washed
What?
patty.
It opens your sinuses.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Yep, that's surely what it is. That stuff. Whoa,
Oh, Dr. Bonner's.
yeah, that peppermint soap. Jesus
Mm-hmm.
Christ.
Mm-mm-mm.
You talking about the first time the girl's like, here, I got this soap. Try it, it's mad good. I'm like, all right. I was hitting soprano in the shower. He started cracking. He was cracking up. I was like, yo, why didn't you tell me? He was like, nah, I just wanted to see your reaction.
See the reaction.
He was a kid. So I should
Mm-mm-mm.
have known better. And I was just like, nah. I was like, oh, look. He's like, yeah, you into that natural shit. Try this. It's good. It's good. You like it.
Hey, Tanari, how you doing?
Hey, Denari, what's going on? Oh, you're good. Good
Mm-hmm.
to see you. Don't forget about the dingleberries. I don't have dingleberries, but I
Mm.
but we make sure to get all
You,
of that.
you say get yes right.
No dingles over here. I think that's disgusting. Um, with
Because
this.
we's all grown folk here.
Right, right. Grown. Goodness gracious, you guys are crazy.
Yeah, peppermint soap. That
Yeah.
is crazy.
Mm-mm. You want a whole new life? It's like, oh, I mean, you feel clean and fresh, but everything feels like it's whistling.
Whistling. Everything's like what? Like 20 degrees cooler?
Yeah, everything feels like it's some air somewhere. Just like
Where
you're like, whoa, what is this? That's, yeah, it's good though. I like it. I like it now, but yeah, when I first had it,
when you first, yeah, it's always the first time, the first reaction whenever you use something is always like the one that always sticks in your mind.
I was not prepared for it. You gotta have a nightcap cap. I will. Yeah. All right, guys, we've been on here for long enough, chucking around. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and brother Nate, as always. You know, I don't have a problem sharing my screen. I'm enough.
You have to speak up. I can't hear you. I'm on the cell phone.
I said it's all good. I'm enough. I can share my
Oh, you can.
screen
Oh, you're comfortable enough.
with the rest of the world.
Oh, okay. So you're comfortable. I'm glad
Very comfortable.
that you're secure.
Yeah, very secure. I don't have to worry about nobody or feel no type of way about anybody who would like to pop on. Yeah, you did miss the whole damn show, but you can watch it on the replay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't worry, we got the nightcap coming. We're just putting some stuff together, and trying to let people enjoy their summer a little bit.
Yeah, you get a summer break.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
so
see, you see what's happening to all these people losing their goddamn minds because they don't walk
right,
away from these screens.
step away, step
Mm-hmm.
back. It's okay,
Because
but
shit, because it looks like we're gonna have to end up being back in lockdown before you know it.
no, I don't know. I don't know. That's just gonna be so crazy. Um, I did recently hear about they're supposed to be planning another capital kind of situation. I'm curious to know how that's going to turn out.
What are they gonna try again?
Yeah, apparently that's what one of the uh, alt right members was kind of hinting to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but we'll see how that goes. If they really treat them with kid gloves like they did the first time, so they realize, oh, they about business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they had another. I guess it was last week. They had another officer commit suicide.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I mean, I feel bad, of course, but sometimes I just think, well, I don't know. Could you have, released that gate or like, okay, go ahead, and you got caught, and so it's like
Mm-hmm.
you could leave.
Yeah, I want to now. I want to know. I want to know the background on
Yeah,
that.
that's what
I
I'm
want
saying.
to
I
know.
want to know the
Mm-hmm.
background behind that because what we don't know, what some of us don't know, what others do, is that there's a lot behind that. There's a pension behind that. There's your family being taken care of. That if you lose, all that's down the tubes. You pretty much start at square one. If you happen to get fired from the police force and lose your pension and everything else, um, some people get to go to Hickvilles and recreate their lives, but others cannot. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the way they try to keep everything intact. Unfortunately, is committing suicide, which of course I don't agree with. But
Yeah. Make sure you get your Lysol. Everything that you ran out of the last time, make sure you
right,
stock up on it this time.
get your goddamn toilet tissue and don't
Mm.
listen. And for y'all you mofo's that like to take 20 and 30 shitloads of toilet tissue so nobody else can have none to wipe their
I
asses.
I got my
Um,
couple of cases. Let me
I
know if you
got
need some. I'll mail it to you.
whole goddamn garage full of fucking toilet tissue. Like, you don't even wipe your ass that much. God damn it.
Yeah, now they're actually telling you they'll wipe their ass or wash their ass.
No, but see, that's the thing too. So all this time, you going around, and I mean, right? There's a whole bunch of just mayonnaise everywhere. And I mean, you couldn't go nowhere and find toilet tissue anywhere. So now to find out that a lot of these mayonnaise ain't even using it. So
Using it? What do you need all that for?
You can't even go into the store and
what do you need that for? You're not even washing your ass.
Right. So I couldn't get no toilet paper. I couldn't get no paper towel. I couldn't find anything of essential needs that I know I would need because you took it and you don't even use it.
And you don't even use it.
I tell you this, let them do it again. I'm cursing people out online, in line. I don't care. That's just what it's going to be. You don't need it. You don't even use it. You nasty ass. You don't even use it.
Like I said, can you imagine what it smelled like January 6th something?
Oh. No, but then with them actually taking a shit in the Capitol, can you imagine?
And probably pulled it. How the hell do you do that?
Oh.
And yank them pants. You know those drawers. Those drawers was destroyed.
They had stripes.
Oh yeah, they had stripes, stars and stripes. Stars and stripes. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, and people in Texas, now's a good time to buy some winter gear. A coat. No, all seriousness. A coat. I'm serious. Why are you laughing?
Go fuck y'all up.
Huh?
I said Governor Abbott go fuck y'all up.
Yeah. Because
you about to cut off the power grid again.
Yeah, and what did you learn from the ice? The winter storm. Don't be surprised. You'll probably have another one. So at least whatever you didn't have this time, time you'll have the last. You'll have. So you done screwed me up now.
Get yourself a North Face.
Yes, learn from it. Learn from it.
Yeah.
Your barbecue stuff. Fill up your propane tank at the end of season so that you'll have something through the wintertime. Buy some charcoal. Buy a bag of charcoal just to have around in the house, just in case your power and stuff goes out. Go ahead and get maybe a outside sleeping bag.
Generator.
Yeah, that is to be used outside, not inside. Mm-hmm. Prepare for the next storm that may come. Because they don't have the infrastructure. You are horrible. You are just horrible. Yeah, because these governors, that kills me too. These fucking governors are crazy. Governors and mayors, these mayors in these goddamn states, they are fucking ridiculous. Yeah, or get a hotel room or find some place to stay, but prepare for it. Learn where your water turn off valve is in your house if you have a home.
Yeah.
And when you turn your water off, go to the lowest point in your house and turn the spigot on, drain the water out. I'd rather have the pipes freeze outside and burst than to burst inside your home. Yeah. That kind of stuff. So because everything's cheap now. Everything's dirt cheap. And everything's extra cheap because
you don't need it.
You don't need it. So they're practically giving away this stuff. So definitely get yourself a goddamn coat.
Yeah.
You don't have six pairs of pajamas on. Because like I said, down in your area, at one point there was you didn't need that. You don't have the infrastructure for it.
Right.
You are just horrible.
No, I mean,
no, because you just started laughing and because you threw me off.
It's funny to me. It really is funny to me because I mean, it's just like
No, what was funny was when Ted Cruz was taking his fucking family down to Mexico.
Down to Mexico, and the people were freezing and didn't have no electricity, no nothing. Talking about
Mm-hmm.
the girls wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
Get the hell out of here. And then your wife debunked the whole story because she leaked the whole text message between her and the whole neighborhood, talking about
Mm-hmm.
when you're going to the Four Seasons.
Yeah.
Anybody want to go? Come
Mm-hmm.
on. It's ridiculous. I just find it funny that, again, they'll turn and look at the president as the person causing all this, and it's these local
Yeah. And it's the
government
local officials.
basically
Mm-hmm.
giving the finger to whoever is in power. But Trump was doing the same shit, and
Mm-hmm.
it was okay.
Yeah.
I really don't understand. But then they'll turn around and ask the president for aid, and I wish that he
Mm-hmm.
would turn and do the same thing that they did to him and give them the finger too, and be like,
Mm-hmm.
"Sorry, Texas, but go to your governor." Tell
No,
him
what he should do is just go ahead and bring it up to it, throw it in their faces,
right,
and say, "Oh, remember when on this date you did this. Remember you tweeted, so let's pull up all your tweets."
right, exactly.
But and definitely to show the people,
Who?
because some people, especially if they're his constituents, have a short memory.
Yeah,
They don't remember all that stuff.
yeah,
But definitely always prepare for the next storm. It's always a learning lesson. Always a learning lesson. So, and now is the time to do it. Don't wait until the winter time because the
yeah.
prices would
Please
have
don't.
jumped and you won't be able to find. And it's simple things like I said, propane, barbecue stuff. Because if you don't have any electricity and your house is
How
all
you gonna
powered by
cook?
electricity, how you gonna cook? If you have a grill, you can cook outside. Even though I don't know, do they do that up around your way? We cook out all year round. This bitch, it be smoking and shit coming out the bed. People still be cooking. It'd be 20 inches of snow and people still be barbecuing. Ain't
As
no
long
place
as
like
as long as they can dig a trench to get in the house.
house and get out and get to the grill and get back. It'd be snow be falling and it'd be cooking out on the grill.
Mm.
Ain't no place like the ghetto. I love it.
No. I hear.
Yeah, see, I know you do all that up the Saskatchewan mountains. Oh,
Man,
too
it's
much.
crazy.
Mm-hmm. We do it's below zero. These lights, light them grills up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So make sure we're preparing for winter because it's gonna be a doozy. Trust and believe.
Yeah, because those are little things that you would just know you would forget if you're not used to
Mhm.
doing it.
Right. That is true.
Definitely, because as bad as the storms have been around here, sheesh,
Yeah. The
every
rainstorms have been really hard. Yeah.
unreal, and the amount of water that falls in such a short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
You
Flooded real quick.
yeah, we get flash floods and everything, and the lightning storms have been real intense. Half like I said, half my block is knocked out.
Mm.
So like I said, I got my phone, and I'm sitting over here.
Tell your
Okay,
mayor.
goddamn
Have your
it.
mayor.
Who is? Oh, that's the I gotta say, who is the mayor? Goddamn, we had so many crooks. I always forget.
I don't know about that. I don't know about what is it about that mayorship that makes everybody want to like really
I don't know the women, and I'm real surprised because they were city council. They were
right
on the council,
already.
all of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I knew Sheila Dixon. They were going to come gunning for her anyway because she.
She was always given the most, even on the city council. So they really
Yeah, she was just extra, and just like it's like, oh, just shut the fuck up. You know what? You do a great job, and you were on them. But you know what? You do a great job, like proverbial cow. Give a good pail of milk, kick that shit over every time. As soon as you open your mouth, and that was it. So they were looking, and I'm sure she knew all the dirt that the white boys were doing,
Mhm.
and they were just looking for something. That's why
Yeah, that's it.
how you lose your damn job over gift cards,
That's That's it. Well, that's because when they get in power, they always think that they can do exactly what the
Yeah,
other
and you
did.
can't.
You
You
can't
can't.
do that. You can't do that. Not saying that it's a thing that we shouldn't do, but they don't play by the same rules. You know that. So it's like, why would you even put yourself in that situation? I look at even Gillum in that situation and think,
Yeah.
what was you thinking?
You set yourself up. It was
Right.
stupid.
You set yourself up knowing good and well how close you came to actually being governor.
hmm
All it took was you to hold out another 4 years and you could have taken the governorship. But they
Yeah,
sealed it because
but
they found
it was still a setup.
yeah,
That
that's what it
that
was.
that
It
that
was.
foot in the picture,
Yeah, it
you
was.
know. And once I saw that foot, I was like, so they had time to snap the picture.
Right, right,
And why don't you have shoes on?
right,
hmm
right. Yeah,
Now it might have been okay for whatever agreement him and his wife had.
right.
That was their agreement.
But
You know,
it
it
wasn't
wasn't for the world to know
to know.
that type of thing, especially being in politics. She wanted,
But that's he knows that. That's why I didn't understand. Like, why would you even put yourself? I get it. You lost. You probably was depressed and all that kind of stuff. But you had to know that they were gunning for you. You had to know how close you was.
because they're stupid. They're stupid. They think that the same network will work for them,
Yeah.
but it doesn't. It does not work for you
No.
when you,
Right.
okay when you okay, it does not work for you. The same rules do not apply.
Yeah, that is true. They figure you came too close. So they
Yeah,
put you in your place.
because they knew that you were going to run again,
Yeah. Yeah.
and by then everybody would
Would
have
have
seen
known
what
who
the
you were. Yeah,
were.
they would have known who you were and everything. I mean, you were doing guest spots on CNN. You were doing all kinds of stuff. So clearly, it was like people would have known who you were by the second go around. Ron DeSantis, who you see the shit show he's doing right now.
Oh
You,
yeah,
you would have been able to just sweep that.
and all you had to do was you should have just kept your ass home.
That that's it. That's
Should have
it.
kept your ass home.
Too busy chasing that goddamn mayonnaise. That's the problem.
I thought you was gonna say something else, but chasing that too. Chase out there chasing dick. Anyway,
Chasing that WC. That's what it is. That WC. Leave that WC alone. Leave that
that's
WC alone. It ain't worth it. It is raw. It's you don't eat raw meats.
get caught up in that dumbness.
Don't do it.
It's ridiculous. I mean,
Salmonella.
I've seen him gradually making a comeback.
Yeah, I do see him gradually making the comeback, but it'll never be the same.
Oh no, no, because he'll definitely lose part of his base.
Yeah.
Because they still look at it as him cheating on his wife.
Right. And he's gonna lose part of the whole Southern Baptist.
Oh yeah.
We hang out with racist group because he done some this away, that away stuff.
He's out there for fornicating.
Oh, sugar riches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know, but I just think he did not play that smart at all.
No, he fell into stupidity. He should have talked it over, talked it out.
Yeah,
and kept it and took his ass home with his children.
Yeah, and just internalized it and just kept it moving and knew that the fight wasn't over. Like the battle may have been lost for the moment, but the war wasn't over. Like, all right, it's 4 years.
Yeah.
A lot can change.
So, and now you're not even in a position to really do anything.
To do a damn thing.
Because you actually you're past the starting gate.
That's it, right?
You know, you are past the starting gate.
He's ready to get into the governor's mansion if you wanted to freak off. Hell, be like Bill Clinton.
Tanari, what did you want me to say again? My delay is like 5 minutes because I'm on the phone and I'm looking at the TV screen.
Oh.
Had to do my makeshift thing so I can actually see something.
Oh.
Like I said, I don't know how the hell they do this shit on their phones. I
I
don't. It's
don't
just
know.
too
It's so
small.
weird to me. That's why I always use my laptop. I can't.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm used to all these screens and all these damn lights and.
Right. Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, but it's just too much. Yeah.
It is. All right. I'm really going this time, y'all.
You
Okay.
sure?
Yes.
Yeah, it's almost been 2 hours.
Right. I was gonna this long. I mean, I love y'all and all. We have a great time,
Hmm.
but I have like, okay,
He
I'm
got
over the anxiety.
he got a life.
Yeah, I'm like over it. Like I get over it quick. I've never been one to be like, oh, I'm gonna sit here all day. Like the only time I do that the longest is if I'm editing stuff and doing stuff for the channel. But most of the time, I'm like, okay, I'm over it.
Mhm.
I was that way playing video games. I play a game for a little while and then be like, okay,
You're done.
do this no more. Yeah, I want to do something else. Uh, yeah. So how people sit on here 4 hours and go back and forth.
You know who does that, right? Oh my God, it's like a marathon. You'll nod off, and then you wake up, and it's like, damn, maybe it's playing again, you know.
And it's
And
like,
then
no,
it's like,
still
no,
see
it still got life alive on there.
the chat still be moving. You be like, oh my god.
Then you have some people that actually go to sleep after they
Not
show after
that.
they after they show their anal clefts. Okay.
Or they be in the chat with the group, or they're in the on the live with the people, and you hear somebody as everybody's talking. You hear,
What
so
the
did
hell
you
is?
fall asleep? Oh, I think I did. Huh? Why you go to bed? Go to
Mm,
bed.
mm.
To bed. Jeez, please. But I mean, it's entertaining when you catch it, but it's not. It's not for me all day. Tanari said, "Take your ass to bed."
It's a
She,
bed,
so, thank you, Tanari.
because
Appreciate
that's
it.
what she sure did.
Hell, I'm tired. Hell.
Hmm. Sometimes you just got to get that nap in. Whew.
Oh, an adult nap is
I
such a.
know, isn't isn't it great?
It is. It makes you feel like kindergarten all over again.
All
It,
fresh.
it's the best part. The best part of waking up is making sure you get a nap. I mean, it's just
Mm.
awesome. It's like, oh, I don't even need that long. Just give me a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It's like, okay, I can go now.
But I hate those. I hate those ultra power naps, like a 10 minute. It's like I'm really sleepy, and I'll take that 10 minute nap, and it's like I felt like I've been asleep for like 5 hours, and I'm like real mad because it's like really good. It's like, damn, I could have went for a full 8.
Yeah, right. Right.
Mm.
Yes, adult
Yeah,
naps.
I love naps. That's the best thing about getting old.
Yeah. It's like, bring on the
Because
nap.
you be fighting them all the time. It's like, how people do that? You sleep in the
Right,
middle of the day.
right. Why are you sleeping? Wake up. You're like, listen, I always love naps. You ain't gonna tell me twice. Tell myself, oh, we not leaving till so and so. All right.
Hmm. I got enough time.
Right. I would learn how to do that in between classes. You ain't never. Don't put it. Hey, why are you going to class so early? I'll be sitting right there, just zoned out.
Hmm.
Like, did you sleep? Nope. Was knocked out. We tried to nap.
You said you wasn't trying to take a nap up Tanari.
Body said, lay it down.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's crazy. Not 2 hours, one T. That's too long. You might as well go to
No,
bed.
that's bedtime. That's a wrap.
Yeah, that's the bedtime. Let's go to bed. 2 hours.
Hmm.
I'm sleep. Whatever I was supposed to do, I'm not doing it.
Oh yeah, it's done. It's done.
Yeah, 2 hours.
Let's reschedule.
Right. Somebody calling your phone like, "Hey, what happened to you?"
Uh-huh.
What had happened was,
Hmm.
like when you close your eyes, thinking, "Oh, a commercial, come on, I'm gonna just take this." Oh, I did that the other night. I was like, "Oh, a commercial." I was like,
And that was it.
that was it.
And it was done.
Done. TV was off. Every lights was off. So you fell asleep. I did.
Did
I did not know. I did not know that. I
did you
really
catch
thought.
that? Did you catch that new uh uh the what you call the squad, Suicide Squad?
No, not yet. I haven't seen it yet. Don't
Oh, you
tell me
haven't.
I haven't seen it yet. No, no, no. Because I already saw you was doing the thumbs up. I'm like, that you saw it already. I didn't even watch it yet.
I told you, boy, I don't play.
I know.
I'll be out here scouring because
Why?
I ain't paying to see it. I'll be out here scouring.
I, there was something else I wanted to see. That um,
And I want to see
Don't
Old.
Breathe. Was it
What's
Don't
that?
Breathe? The Don't Breathe. The one with the blind guy that was killing folks. Um,
Oh yeah, okay, okay. I know which one you're talking about.
I don't know what it was, but whatever it was, I want to see that one too.
Yeah, and I want to see Old.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the new M Night Shyamalan movie.
oh, he's got a new one. No, I got to check that out. I like him.
Yeah,
Okay. All his movies at the end always make me.
yeah, yeah.
Whoa. Yes, I definitely like that about him. Every single movie. I mean, down to The Village, which I mean, I own it, but I was just like, because whatever movie he's done, I've always purchased, but uh,
hmm
I didn't think that one was gonna give me the that but I was like, oh, it did. I was like, oh,
Oh yeah, yeah. That was
I
that
think
was crazy.
good. You're a good Indian man. You get that suspense film right in.
hmm
Except the only one that I wasn't gonna like, was the one with the signs, was it? And not so
Signs.
much. Not so much.
Don't with Signs. It was just how everything kind of tied in with the glasses of water, the boy having asthma.
Mm,
You know, because the aliens were water was like acidic to them, and the boy had asthma. Whatever they were spraying and stealing the people, they
right.
were spraying in their noses, and luckily
It
his
was just
throat or
something.
whatever closed
Yeah.
up. Yeah, how that kind of all tied in. But the Sixth Sense, is that what it's called? No, is that Sixth
Yeah,
Sense
that was
with the
his
little
first.
boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I was actually in the movie theater and I stood up. I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!" You know. Once I realized what happened at the end,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know, and I was like, "Get out of here!" I
I
didn't
did
see
that
that
for
shit. I
that
never paid it
too.
any attention.
Right. I
hmm
did that for that one and Unbreakable.
He said, "How they do that?" He probably sicked his dog on him. How was a blind guy killing all these people?
I don't know, but he surely was.
Mm, ask Ray. I don't know.
He was feeling them on their wrists.
Risk. Yeah.
That's good. Uh, all right, guys. All right, I'm
Yeah.
finally going.
Yes.
Nothing to talk.
Almost 2 hours.
Right, you're trying to make me go to the 2 minute mark. Okay, now I got like 1 minute, so I'm gonna
They
say
got one
for
minute.
2 hours, and y'all will have your 2 hours. Okay, and then after that, I'm going. I don't care
You
what
going?
you say. Yeah,
Uh,
I don't really do this long.
I, I
It's
don't
like
know.
hours.
Who else is out here doing stupid stuff that we hadn't talked about? I don't know. I try to stay. I try to stay out of the way.
Yeah, I do. I don't. I don't know. I don't really like. I try. Like I watch. Like I said, I watch certain stuff for entertainment, but I know how to kind of excuse myself when it's getting to be like, okay, a little too much, or you kind of
Mm,
falling off the bandwagon for me a little bit. And they don't, hey, that's what they do. It's entertaining. It works, the
yeah,
bottom
I guess
line. So,
it gives them the clicks and the views.
yeah, so it
So that
works.
seems to be the one thing, and
Right.
that's one thing. And one thing that is constant. If it's informational type content,
Yeah,
it
it
gets
gets
no
no
views. It
views.
gets nothing.
It gets
I
no
mean,
views. And then on top of that, YouTube then tries to do
yeah,
extra and make sure that
yeah
it gets
they
more
try to
views.
smother it.
Yeah.
They
Which
definitely
I
try to
just
smother it.
like I really don't understand them. I really don't. Like I ain't even trying to be honest. Like at this point it's like whatever. I won't monetize any videos. I will just still have them up. No
hmm
worries. I'm not, I wasn't really getting that much from them anyway. Um, so no worries. I mean, I was still making money. Let's not get it twisted. But um,
Yeah.
I have a job, so
hmm
I'm all right. Thank God. Um,
Pink, I think Black Widow maybe either on Hulu. It's on one of the streaming services also.
Yeah, ain't that with what you call it? Isn't that with
HBO Go, HBO Plus or something, whatever it's called.
ain't that the Avenger girl? What are you talking about?
What's that?
It's Black Widow. Is that
Like,
the?
yeah, that's the spy. Yeah, I have that too. But anyway, I think I watched it off of. I think it was off of Hulu.
Hmm.
Or
Oh,
what you could do is
you know what movie?
type in Google, and it will tell you all the platforms that it's on.
You know what movie was good that I watched yesterday on Netflix? Milkshake and something.
Milkshake.
Milkshake.
That sounds
Milkshake.
like that sounds like porn.
It wasn't. I knew you was gonna say that.
It's,
It's like
again,
Milkshake Assassin or some mess. Anyway, Angela Bassett's in it. It's like these women. They are like
the
killer
milkshake's bringing all the
hit
boys to the
women.
yard.
They're like hit women, and
Oh, okay. Is it new?
yeah. It's called Milkshake something. Oh my gosh, Milkshake Killers or Milkshake something else. But it's really really good. It does not
Hmm.
sound like porn. You know what, Lin T? Don't do that. Don't encourage him. Does not sound like porn.
It does sound like porn, milkshake. And I was like, who's in that? I don't remember seeing that.
Anyway, it's a good movie. It's like Kill Bill and The Hitman and a whole bunch of movies all rolls into one, which is really cool.
Hmm.
This is really cool. It's a really good movie.
Yeah. Okay, last one. David Makes Man.
Um, I like it, but it's still places where I feel like
Is that a Tyler Perry? Is that a Tyler Perry?
Hmm?
Is that a Tyler Perry project?
No. Well, I
The
don't.
hair
You know
is
what?
the hair is never consistent.
I don't know if he. I don't know if he may have picked it up, or if some writers from his thing may have picked it up this season. I don't know, but it something about it feels disjointed. Like it does not.
Yeah, his hairline.
He's older.
That no, but it changes each scene. We're not doing time jumps. It's
Yeah.
actually 1 minute. 1 minute I can see his scalp. Then the next minute he's got it all sprayed in,
Yeah.
and it's throwing me the fuck off. And that's the only thing. I keep looking at that, and I'm like, this is some trash. I mean, be consistent. I mean, either just cut it all off.
Right.
I mean, because you can see his hair. You know, he's getting the classic U,
Yeah.
and just leave it at that. Don't try to keep him with some hair and all the rest of that. Just take all the shit off because you fucking me up.
And,
I'm thinking that there's actual time jump, because he does that anyway.
right.
It's crazy, and that's on. I mean, it could. That shit really pisses me off. It's like, God damn, what I do? All I did was turn around. What is he like 3 or 4 days later?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to see Saren's back.
Yeah.
We didn't know what happened with him, so I'm glad that he's back. I am a bit confused on how they're going to bring in the mental health aspect of what was David's breaking moment, to where he had to come to realization that there was a problem that he needed to deal with. Like, when did that happen?
Yeah.
I always knew he had a thing for Saren a little bit.
And that's what I thought was going to play out.
Because when they were younger, just the look in his face, like once he got to really know Saren and was really protective of Saren, there was a lot of love there, like brotherly love, but almost if it would have went that way, he would have ushered it that way too. So that didn't surprise me. Although that whole scene was a bit like, what the hell? Like, I was a bit confused by how Saren was like, "Let me take that glass. You don't need no more of this."
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, led me more to believe that a lot of people don't know what's going on with David's mental health.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, he's a grown man wet in the bed, okay?
yeah.
There's an issue.
Now,
There's something going on.
now, see, that's my thing.
But that was the one. But remember too, when his brother was younger, his
But I
brother
thought he
used to have
just
the
sweat.
issue.
But I thought he was just sweating. I didn't know he was like
Hmm.
sweating in the bed. I thought he was
Yep.
just sweat.
It looked like pissy bed to me. But all I knew is that he had a hell of a lot of sheets,
Yeah, of the
and they
same.
were and the same color. That now that's anal. That's anal. Okay, that's like always having the same clothes: black shirt, black pants. You know. So something's definitely going on there. Okay. Well, it's 2:05, and
206.
we've definitely given you your money's worth
Yes.
without without showing anything that has not been shown.
Yep. That's it. That's how you do it. But
Hmm.
it's a good show though. I mean, I do like the gradual awareness that we're bringing about mental health. I think that's always a plus because we need to start talking about it. We need to start actually exercising it and doing it.
Yeah.
It's important. So I'm glad that it shows that. As far as the other dynamics of everybody, get on with it, get to it, or whatever it is, because it's a little disjointed for me. That well, what they got to do with this and what they got to do with that. And,
Yeah, trying to see how everything ties in.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, you beautiful black folks. I will see you guys later.
Everyone take care.
Israel.
Use common sense. Don't do nothing stupid.
I think it's to use condoms. Yes, please do.
Oh, use condoms. Linty. I mean, who was that? That was double masking, double condoming.
Leave Lindsay alone. She's come here to get away from the sweatshop.
From the sweatshop.
Yes, let her be. Let her be.
Mm-mm-mm.
Anyway,
Too much.
Thank you guys for hanging out. You don't normally always get these 2 hours from me, and you know it. So, you know.
Oh no, he'd be watching the clock.
I do.
You better get it in. Because if you don't get it in, it'll be done.
That's it. That is it. But you guys have a great night. God bless. Yep. Until next time. Mm-hmm. What did you want to say?
Oh, good night.
Until next time, America. Peace out. Later.